אנחנו מוכנים, אבל אני שואל אותך, אתה, אם היית בא בזמן הריקוד שלנו, אז היית רוקד בזמן הספירה, מה אבש אמר? בזמן הספירה. אפשר לרקוד?
אנחנו רוקדים בספירה.
כן? אוי, כי אני אמרתי לא, ומישהו אמר לי היום, לייזר אמר לי, אבל זה עוד ניסן. ניסן זה ספירה.
קודם כל ניסן, ודאי. ניסן, זה עושה תחנה.
אז אפשר לרקוד. אתה אומר, לא ראינו אותך, אבל אז אנחנו נרקוד.
I have to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You need to ask, you have to ask Abish.
Yeah. Didn't he paskin for, I think, was it 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks now.
Yeah, 3 weeks now. Okay, so Sfira. Like, I feel, even now, we'll sing Achenu, right?
Better.
Okay. Look at that.
No, we don't, even the dancing, that's not called dancing.
It's the way we did. Thank you very much for that compliment.
No, dancing halachically is like an ayal.
Uh-huh.
You have to get both feet off the ground.
Okay, here we go.
If you don't have both feet off the ground, it's not called rikud.
Okay.
I asked her, Moshe Lagabe, davening with
Shapiro, by the way, for those who are listening.
Davening with Kalbach,
right.
Friday night.
Right.
After they dance.
Right, they do.
So I asked him if it was okay. So he said, how do they dance? I said, they dance. They make a big circle and they walk around. She says, do they,
They jump.
They jump? I said, no, Mapitom. He says, okay.
So that's very funny. So the definition according to Moshe is you must fly. You have to be off the end. Ka'ayal. Okay.
Ka'ayal.
Okay. I wonder, everybody, you just heard it first. Either what's ailing you, for those who are not well.
Put a little olive oil on it.
Olive oil. As Rabbi Rivlin, the person who took care of Moshe Feinstein used to say, you need oil malchus shamayim, oil. Anyway, Aryeh Leib ben Chai Tova. You see that?
That's the same as grease? You have to grease things?
I agree with you. Nisim ben Ofra, Michael ben Amisora, Pesach Yosef ben Hinda. Oh, by the way, Hayom ze shmoni yamim shem shvu echad v'yom echad leomer. Okay, we're up to keep up with the Omer. Omer Kayam. The Omer is Kayam. Aaron Tzvi ben Nechama, Binyamin ben Daniel, Daniel Margalis, Chaim Daniel ben Hodiah, Yisrael ben Inbel, Esther Rivka bas Nami Sora, Asher Rus bas Rivka Rachel bas Malka Leah, that's your name. Barak bas Tamar.
She was Niftara.
Okay.
Erev Shvi, Friday.
Baruch Dynamis. Okay, so.
Rachel Mas.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, she wasn't very bad. Just like Rav Mazoz, he was in very bad shape.
She was Niftara Friday, Yom Shishi at 3:30, and the Levaya finished by 6.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I hope she was, anyway. I hope she was really gone. And Barak ben Tamar, Pinchas Daniel ben Sarah, and Meir added on Friday Yair ben Rachalea. And I just want to say, okay, and also it's been a while and it should never happen again. We lost a Druzi soldier who was a, what do you call him? A scout, a tzofeh.
Not a tzofeh.
He was they had a special name for him. They had another name. Anyway, Galb Salman Nasnar ben 35 Mirahat. And they died, as far as I'm concerned, Al Kiddush Hashem in defense of the state of Eretz Yisrael.
How did they die?
There was an IED. היה מטען, ולא, יותר גרוע. יצא אחד מהמנהרה and fired an RPG and wounded two soldiers. And these cats were medics. They came out and they stepped on an IED, and one was killed immediately and 2 others wounded severely.
Druzi was a medic?
Yeah, no, he wasn't a medic. They had another. They called him a tzofeh. They called him a scout or something like that. There's a what do you call that when they come out first?
They're trackers, no?
Right. There's another name for that. Whatever it is. Bivrit. in Safon Ritzuat Azah. And the number, unfortunately, of Chayalim that fell since the beginning of the war, 848. That includes all those that died on October. Gotta do something. It's still around. I just hope I'm not going to be upside down. If you could, because the shear was upside down the other day. Well, here we gotta. Okay, so I wanted to say that the Nebuch Shmona, if you could, Shmona Ma'ot Arba'im V'Shmona Naflu Me'az Hatchalat HaMilchama, Arba Me'ot V'Shmona Rak Be'Aza, the interesting figure I saw, 5,780 niftza'im, including those that were lightly wounded. But here we are. What's our year right now? We're in 5785. Is that where are we right now? Teshbah. And Nebuch we have 5780 wounded. Nebuch. Anyway, so that's the beginning of the shir today. And I will talk about Chometz she'over al Pesach, because we talk about Inyonei Diyoma, but we should definitely say our Tehillim. And we're not in Lag BaOmer. As I said, it's the 8th day of the Omer, but we're in Perek Lamed Gimel. חדש, היטיבו, בבקשה. מלא הארץ, מגוון שמיים, כונס כנד מי הים, נותן גחרות אדום, ירדו כל הארץ, ירדו כל יוצאי תבל. הוא אומר ויהי, הוא ציווה ויעמוד, אדוני הציל הצחיים, הנה מחשבות נמים, עצת אדוני לעולם תעמוד, מחשבות ליבו לדור ודור, אשרי הכל אשר אדוני אלוהיו, העם בחר ונחמר לו, משמיים הביט אדוני, ראה כל בני האדם, ילך לו שכנתו ותשחק כל יושבי הארץ, היוצא יחד ליבם, המבין אל כל מעשיהם, אין המלך נמצא ברב חיל, לא ינצל ברב כוח, שקר חסוס לתשועה, ובחילה לא ימלא, הנה אין אדוני אל יראיו, הנחל חסו, עצים למוות נפשם, חיותם ברעב, נפשנו חיכה לאדוני, אדוני ליבנו הוא, בו ישמח ליבנו, כי בשם קדשו פתחנו, ענן חסדך אדוני לנו, כאשר ייחלנו לך. Ran zu Tzadikim Bar Hashem, singt Tzadikim zum Eibishter, Vaishorim, fahr der Rechtfartiger. Rechtfartiger is Tzadik, righteous. Okay, that's the word for today, Rechtfartiger. Rechtfartiger.
What's fartiger? Like fartig?
Recht means right, finished. Fartig is finished. So right, completely righteous. So it says Tzadik, righteous. Rechtfartiger. That's today's word. Navas Ilah is Shein soll leben, weil der Verstehen unten von der Eibishter Kovid. Okay. Navas Ilah. Okay.
So you have so many different ways in Hebrew of different Gilarina Dina Ditzavus. And they say zinkt.
Zinkt. Here we go.
That's all. Yiddish.
Zink. That's a zinger.
Pretty shallow.
No, you never know. I think there might be more than zing in Yiddish. That's anybody help us out if there have synonyms?
Actually, Rena is not singing.
No.
It's a
joy.
Transfer that it's like joy.
Joy. Anyway, Achenu, Kol Beis Yisrael, Achenu, Beis Yisrael. Anesunim betzara, tzara uvashivya, omdim ben bayamu ben bayabasha. Hamakam Yerachem Aleim Yotzei Mitzara, Lerevacha u'me'afel li'ora, u'mishiba le'geula hashta, bagala u'vizman karim. V'nomar Amen. Okay. כמו שרציתי לדבר על העניין של חמש העובר על הפסח, זה נוגע למכולת, to your grocery store or your chanut. To what extent can you buy? I remember we used to, in New York, we used to get a list of which places sold their chametz. אז chametz שעבר על הפסח, כל העניין נמצא בפסחים, גמור הפסחים, חמץ שנותר ברשות יהודי ולא נמכר לגוי לפני פסח, נקרא חמץ שעובר על הפסח. אסור באכילה בהנה אחרי פסח. לכן, אחרי פסח, קונה מזון מעסק, מכולת, עליו לבדוק אם יש תעודת מאשרת שמכר חמץ כדין. If you really want to follow up, the Shulchan Aruch Tuf Mem Ches, the entire siman talks about Chumash Over al Pesach, the Mishnah Brura Sifkat and Zion, Aser Bahana, Ba'achila, ve'ani asim gam ken b'kvutza hayom ma'amar al zeh kedai lirot. Hayom zeh Chav Gimel Nisan. Yesh lanu hayortzeit shel Rabbi Yisrael Shalom Yosef Mebush. Gam ken Menachem Mendel ben Yehuda Yechiel Toib ve'Moshe ben Yosef Mitrani Hamabit. The Mabit. Yes, in fact, why not start with the Mabit? Nolad ב-1500 ונפטר ב-1500.
He's a contemporary of the Beis Yosef and Tzfas.
כן, ב-80. בגיל 18 עלה לארץ ישראל לצפת.
Tzfas.
היה תלמיד מובהק של יעקב בירב. בגיל 15, בגיל 25, קיבל סמיכה מבירב, יעקב בירב, ביחד עם רבי יוסף קארו ורמק, ומשה קודברה. התמנה כחבר בית דין.
The Ramak was in Tzfas?
Yes, that's what it says. That's what I have, Moshe Kodavera, Ramak. It was, anyway, it was Chaver Bet. He got his sricha from Yaakov Beirav. Anyway,
that's where the Kalbach Minyan is, in Beirav.
Beirav.
In Tzfas.
Tzfas, okay. התמנה כחבר בית דין, והיה שישב 54 שנים. That's pretty long to be in one position, 54 years. חיבר בייס אלוקים, שלש תשובס המביט, בקירת ספר. היום זה גם כן היורצייט של מנחם מנדל בן יהודה יחיאל טויב.
Did you ever read the Beis Elokim?
No, I did not.
Very, very good sefer.
Really? And
Yeah,
what is it on? Is it like Machshava and Musar?
No, no.
Halacha?
It's divided into 3 parts. It has the three sharim, I think they're called. One is Shar Tefillah, the Shar Tshuva. But the first part is the Shar Tefillah. That I read. And it's very, very, very interesting. Very, very inyani.
Inyani.
Like, for instance...
How do you compare it to the Avud Raham?
No. Avud Raham is a Pirush on Tefillah.
Right.
This isn't a Pirush on Tefillah. This is Tefillah Dika Inyonim. For instance, one of the things he says there is that there's an inyan of having a Mokum Kavua.
Right.
Right? It's very important.
Right.
So he says, if a person has a Mokum Kavua Tefillah, so when he gets within Dalid Amis of his Mokum of Tefillah,
that's already Mokum Kavua.
It's already like the Tefillah is going up. He just comes into the
Lo derech Chevron. Chevron the Yerushalayim. It goes straight up.
No, it's not that. It's a
Mokum Kovea.
It's
HaMokum Kovea.
right, but it's like the way I can understand it is, if you have a magnet, and you have a magnet here, so when you come close to the magnet, you reach a certain distance, so it sucks in the magnet, right?
So it sucks up the tefillah.
So wherever that person's mokum tefillah is, when he comes within dalid amos of that mokum, so it's.
Oh, where are you going? You could go this way. No one's gonna get here. Okay. I know what happened to you. You are automatic pilot. You usually make the turn going the other way, but this time you went directly, and it's okay. It's okay.
Automatic.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Right. So
that's what he says.
So
he also says something else. I remember. You want to hear the other thing he says?
Yes.
He says that. He came back to tell me.
He came back to tell you that what? That you went the wrong way?
Yeah. It's good he wasn't a policeman.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He got a fat ticket for doing that.
Did he yell at you or just said?
He just went. Can't argue with him. All right. He says.
This is all in Beis Elokim.
Beis Elokim. He says, we say, Menameitza korosika
Anani bar
merchav. What does it mean? It says when a person is lo aleinu, not well, so he gets sick. Even when he gets better, he gets cured. He's mavri. Even when that happens, he never comes back to the way he was.
You know what? So you actually said this before, not in the name of the Mabit.
Oh, but that's
let me please repeat it because I don't remember exactly.
That's what he said. He says you don't come back to the way you were originally.
Right.
So always like a little bit less.
So the Merchav Ka is.
So that's the Chayla says min haMeitzar, from this mokum of Tzar Karosika, Haneni ba Merchav Ka. Answer me with kazeh ravchus. Broidkeit. That it brings me back to the way I was. Olifnei it happened.
By the way, Shmayahu, he went over to me today and says to me,
"Too much English?
Lama lo shamati otcha admo." So I explained to him that we don't broadcast when it's people in Chutz La'aretz are still yantiv. But it doesn't part to you what you said today, Baruch Hashem. Medaf Herren Anaya Wort was von dir.
Yeah. Ich hab Anaya Wort because it wasn't such a great day yesterday.
Again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there are things which are really calm. I'm surprised that, first of all, I almost lost my streak. I had 18 minutes to go because I didn't do. So Matzoi Shabbos, it told me, if you don't do it by 12 o'clock at night, you're going to lose your streak. And I did it with 18 minutes to go. So that was...
you got it within the 18 minutes?
With 18 minutes. At 11:38.
You didn't become chametz?
11:42.
You didn't become chametz?
No, I wasn't chametz yet. But here it is here. So I have a whole bunch of new words, which are...
having to do with the body still, or what do we...
I don't know. Some of them, yes. Some of them, no.
What we talked about the back yesterday. What is the back?
I don't know.
Okay.
One word we have here is Ibigezeugen. I think we had that before. The context is hat Ibigezeugen das Bett geweint.
Right. It changed.
So it changed. It changed the linen.
Yeah.
And then I think we said this. Lake Tzam. Lake Tzam is to fold.
No, I don't think we did that.
Lake Tzam. It's the combination.
Langsam is slowly.
It's two words.
Leg Tzam.
The mumme Lake Tzam dem Leilech.
It's interesting.
The aunt folds the bed sheet. Lake Tzam is to fold.
Yeah.
Lake Tzam.
Lake Tzam.
Okay, here we go. Sei rechnen arein sehr Hund in seiner Mishpacha. Rechnen arein. What does that mean?
Usually, reckoning means taking into account.
Accounting, right?
Accounting.
So here, rechnen arein means to include.
Oh, rechnen arein. Include your dog?
Yeah, they include the dog in their family. That's stupidity. but the word is rechanin arai means to include.
Include rechanin.
Okay. Here's the sentence. In ein komplett kommen zwei Leilacher, 4 Ziklach und ein Koldere. In ein komplett, in one set, as kommen, so you get in one set, you get zwei Leilacher, 2 bed sheets. A leilach is a bed sheet. So zwei Leilacher, 4 Ziklach, 2 pillowcases.
Ziklach.
How do you say a pillow? Kishin.
Kishin, yeah.
Kishin. But a pillowcase is a tzichel. A tzichel. So therefore, 4 Ziklach und ein Koldere, and it's a blanket.
Rega. The word is tichel, just like a tichel on a woman.
Tzichel.
Tzichel.
Oh, it's tzadi. Tzadi yud chaf lamed.
Okay.
Tzichelach und ein Koldere. Koldere keeps you from being cold. So called a blanket.
Blanket, koldere.
Here's a mistake I made. Ich kann nicht auskehren kein Besem.
You can't.
Not bosom, Besem.
I know.
Ich kann nicht auskehren.
You can't turn over.
So here's the word. Kehr aus. Kehr aus dem Zimmer. Means, kehr aus means
clean
up. Clean up or sweep up.
Oiskeren instead of
sweep up.
So what's the difference between oiskeren and ois?
Oiskeren is sweep up. Ich kann nicht oiskeren kein Besem. I can't sweep up without a broom. So you have oiskeren is to sweep up, and Besem is a broom.
Wow.
Hast du geputzt? That we did already.
Yeah.
That we did.
Wow.
And that's it
wow.
for today.
Boy, that's plenty. And I feel that if you don't repeat.
Yeah, this is a mistake I made. Here, before you go, I want to tell you something.
Far again, ich will erzählen.
So first of all, before you go, they say Eider. Eider du gehst. Eider du gehst. So I want to tell you something. So I said, how do you say it? Ich will etwas dir sagen, no?
Yeah.
Dich sagen.
Zählen.
Huh?
Ich will dir zählen.
No, zählen is to relate, to tell.
Yeah, right.
This is, this should be. So ich will etwas dir sagen. Right?
Okay.
No, Eider du gehst as will ich dir etwas sagen. Will ich dir etwas sagen.
Wow.
I'm not gonna,
Okay, good thing you didn't take Latin. There was the passive paraphrasing.
Here's the new, I'll put this on the...
is that for the...
that's for the Yom HaZikaron.
Is that going to be in Hilchos Shlomo?
No, I think it's in Midian. Where is it?
I think you guys did it in Hilchos Shlomo for a while.
No, it was after we outgrew that.
You outgrew that? You went to Binyanei Uma, right?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you, and you can... It says, where is it? Binyanei Uma.
Binyanei
Teddy.
Yeah. Ulam Teddy. Okay.
There you are. Get your reservation while the place is available.
Are they really going to go by reservations?
Well, there's thousands of people there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you need a reservation?
If you want a seat, I think so. I don't know what it helps.
Because in the past, I don't think we reserved.
Okay.
But anyway. Yeah, anyway. And unfortunately this year, I think you have many...
unfortunately, there's a lot of additions.
Yeah. Okay. Iker. As Milzol. Iker v'ha'ikar lo lefached klal. And the reason that there's a heter of Rav Scheinberg had different heterim, but the Unzera Zingen is someone in our kvutza actually said it. She doesn't consider us what we do singing. She says, keep your day job. That's what she basically said it. But but since this is what do you call it again? Since this is a lashon hara shir, I won't even mention the fact that it was even said. But so that's our heter, because Unzera Zingen is Nishkan Zingen.
I thought I'm devastated. I was just waiting for somebody to contract us to.
No, I was flat.
She's saying we're going to get somebody to contract us to stop singing.
No, I was flattered by the Lashon flat. We're flattered. Okay. Anyway, Yizolhomna Ashena Tug. Here we go. Fundir dein Tug soll schein. Forget it. Say it backwards. Chaim Tovim. Okay. We have to progress in the shir. We're 25 minutes. 25 דקות. ואנחנו צריכים לדבר יותר עברית. ראיתי דבש. דניאל בן שושנה. וברוך השם הוא התפלל בכותל, אבל שאלתי אותו אם להמשיך להגיד תהילים, הוא אמר לי להגיד את זה, אבל ברוך השם ראיתי אותו שהוא התפלל שם, שאלתי אותו אם הוא צריך עוד ניתוח, הוא אמר ברוך השם לא יהיה, הוא מקווה שלא יהיה צורך. אז חיים ישראל בן פרידה הדסה, גם כן רציתי להזכיר את המשגיח, ממש מי שיודע על מצבו, בבקשה להגיד לי, and okay, now, אז אנחנו ממשיכים את השיעור עם היורצייט. אמרתי שאז גם כן היורצייט מנחם מנדל בן יהודה יחיאל טויב, נולד ב-1923, נפטר ב-2019. He was the Admor from Kaleb, the Kalev נולד בטרנסילבניה, Hungary. ב-1944 נשלח לאושוויץ ואחר כך למחנה ברסלאו ואחר כך לברגן בלזן. אחרי השואה עבר לשוודיה. 1963 עבר לאמריקה ואחר כך עלה לארץ ישראל, הקים מרכז חסידי חלב בראשון לציון, אחר כך בקריית יתרי בירושלים. ב-1980 עבר לבני ברק, הקים מרכז חסידי חלב בבני ברק. חיבר כולם מנחם. אמרתי שזה היורצייט של בישראל, שלום יוסף מבוש, בן יצחק פרידמן, שנולד בבוש במולדביה, רומניה, ב-1863 ונפטר. בכ"ג בניסן ב-1923 היה משושלת מזריץ' ריז'ן וחתן רב משה אברהם צוקרמן מרשקוב. בזיווק שני היה חותן רב יוסף הכהן מרימנוב. בשנת 1896 נתמנה רב ישראל שלום יוסף לממלא מקום אביו בבוחש, אבל רק אחר שאחיו עזבו למקומות שונים ברומניה התחיל ממש באדמו"רש מתוך כבוד לאחיו. הרבה חסידים הגיעו לבוש לחוגג עם הרבם הדרת פניו, הרשימו כל רעב, היה גדול בתורה וגם התמחה ברפואה, נהג לרשום רצפים, prescriptions, בעצמו, וכיבדו אותו אלו בבתי מרקחות. הוא הקים את ישיבת החשובה, ישיבה יחידה ברומניה הפנימית בשם בית ישראל, רבי שמשון אהרון דר ברמטקה ורבי יואל צימרמן כיהנו כראש הישיבה, חותנו רב דוד טברסקי בן מרדכי זושה טברסקי מיאסי ורב נחם מנדל פרידמן מבוש ניהלו אותו. הממשלה הכירה בה כמוסד אקדמי והתלמידים היו פטורים משירות צבאי. סדר הלימוד היה תנ"ך, דקדוק, משנה, גמרא, תוספות, פוסקים ודרוש. למדו גם השפה הרומנית. הבחורים קיבלו מזון וגם מעון. בני עניים גם הלבשה בעין יפה. הישיבה נסגרה מחמת מצב הקשה בשנת 1916. בישראל שלום יוסף היה נשיא כולל רומניה שבארץ ישראל. הוא פעל רבות למען ארץ ישראל. ברוך הסבא הרבה שלו רבי ישראל מרוז'ין אמר, גדולה גאולה טבעית מגאולה ניסית, לכן סירב משה רבינו לקבל את שליחות להוציא את העם ממצרים, משום שהגאולה הייתה עתידה להיות על ידי ניסים. משה רצה שהגאולה תהיה טבעית, לא ניסית, כי על ידי הניסים מתגבר הסטרה אחרא רחמנא ליצלן, כמו שרואים מיד אחר כך ויבוא המולך. אבל אם לא הייתה גאולה טבעית, לא היה כוח במעמלק להילחם נגדו, והוסיף מתוך הנחה, אשרי מי שיזכה אפילו לגרש לארץ ישראל, אבל לא כל העולם זוכה. המתיישבים שהגיעו מרומניה לצפת, הקימו זיכרון יעקב וראש פינה, היו מחסידי מרוש. כשחר כסר למדינת משה וכתבו המתיישבים לקהילת בגולה, ביקשו הלוואה. במלחמת העולם הראשונה הוכרח רבי ישראל שלום יוסף לעזוב את בואש, ונדד בערי גליציה והונגריה. דבריו על התורה, על המועדים, נח והגדות הש"ס נאספו על ידי חסידיו ונתפסו רק בשנת 1979 בשם פאר ישראל. אחרי פטירתו הנהיג חותנו רב דוד, רב מנחם מנדל, רב דוד לא האריך ימים את חסידיו. אוקיי, עד כאן היורצייטים של היום. אנחנו ממשיכים את שמירת הלשון חלק שני, פרק י"ב. ואנחנו אמרתי שכ"ג ניסן, אנחנו מדברים על פרשת וישב עם יוסף, והנה יהודה אמר, אם לא הביאותיו אליך והחזקתי לפניך ותעשי לך כל ימים. If I don't return Binyamin to you and set him before you, הצגתי לפניך, I will have sinned all my days. ששיבד עצמו בעולם הזה בעולם הבא, ידי זה נסבב לו צער גדול מאוד יותר מכל האחים. כאשר כתוב בפרשת ויגש, וסיבת הדבר כי הוא סיבה בדבר למלך ולעבד. ממש הוא היה חשוב שבאחים. היה להתחזק להשיב על אביו, ועל כן נענש משמיים. Yehuda should have had greater influence. He should have convinced the brothers not to sell him, not to try to kill him, but to bring him back to his father. ששיבד עצמו בערבות נורא אח אחר, the fact that he said, if I don't return him, I will, he accept the responsibility. of זה יתחזק בכל כוחו וגם יצרת בעצמו ישלח לפני אדם הארץ שיכנו לעבד כדי שאח ילך לביתו לאביו. גם כל יתר האחים שנתרצו במחירה נזבר להם דאגה רבה שנתרצו על ידי כולם להיות עבדים. In other words, because they sold him, Yehuda was willing to, instead of taking the other brothers, he was willing to take me as your slave. So that the fact that Kakatuv Shamru v'gam anachnu niyeh la'adnei avonim. And the brothers also said, we will also willing to make ourselves avodim. Gam sofa parsha v'yichi v'yilchu gam echa v'yiplu v'fanav v'yomer hinenu l'achal avodim. So they sold Yosef to slavery, and ultimately the hashgacha pratis mida keneged mida, they themselves were put in a position where they were almost put into slavery. And this whole inyan of Shmiras Halashon is watch your speech, because this all began with the brothers, Lashon Hara, and it's something that we should watch. Shmiras Halashon. Everybody have a wonderful day.